27 Americans were killed by Hamas and as many as 15 are believed to have been taken hostage. Let's cross now to the United States, where host of The Right View, Lara Trump, joins me. Lara, what has America's reaction been to the atrocities of this week?
I think the response from Americans overall has been unending support for Israel. I think so many people have really recognized the fact that our closest Middle Eastern ally is under attack, that the goal is not just to take land. The goal is to murder Jewish people. And we cannot stand for that. We cannot live in a world where those sort of things happen. So I think for so many of us here in America, we have talked to our friends who may be Israeli, talked to our friends who may be Jewish, let people know we are here for support. We are here for whatever you need. And I think as the United States of America, we are here to give aid in any way we can to make sure that the people of Israel keep their country, fight back, and make sure that they never see another Israeli murdered in cold blood like we have had to see over the past several days. It is absolutely horrific.
Look, it's awful to even think about anything other than the human suffering, and there's plenty of that. But from a political perspective, you look at what has occurred since Biden entered the White House, and countries that may have been afraid to do anything under your father-in-law now seem, well, pretty comfortable doing things.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way we left Afghanistan. I think that really set the tone for this entire administration. I think the message went out loud and clear to anyone around the world who decided now was the time that they could get away with things. Look at Russia invading Ukraine. Obviously, there were policy decisions that were really bad on behalf of Joe Biden and his administration that led up to that. But certainly people see a weakened world leader in Joe Biden and they say, now is the time. There's a reason, Erin, that there were no new wars under Donald Trump. There's a reason that we had historic peace agreements, the Abraham Accords, signed when Donald Trump was president. There's a reason we had meetings with Kim Jong-un to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula. It's because people understood if you try it with Donald Trump in office, you will not get away with it. They now have seen that Joe Biden is weak, that he will not back up anything he may say, and that now is the time to cause savagery and barbarism and terrorize people. And it is so sad to think that because of one change in leadership and one person deciding to make horrible decisions on the world stage, we have had to see the kind of suffering that unfortunately the Ukrainians have had to see, and now the Israelis have had to see. It does feel like there were so many mistakes that led up to this very incident that probably would have prevented a situation like this from happening. Certainly one of those being having a different person in the White House here in America.
Finally, Americans are held hostage. It's horrific, unimaginable. Do you hold any hope of any of them being released alive, given what we've seen done to people in Israel?
I would love to think that there is some hope that any Americans held hostage will be released, will come back to America, will be able to see their families again. But honestly, it's hard to think that any of these people are rational at all, that they have a heart in the least and would even save any of these people and think about returning them back to their families and giving them a chance at life. I think you always hold out hope. I think that's the thing that keeps us as human beings going sometimes. But it does seem like as days go on and as they are held hostage longer, that prospect does look very slim at this point.
Lara, thank you so much for joining us, and happy birthday.
Thank you, Erin. I appreciate it.